Hey guys, this is Brandon. Hate speech is freedom of speech. Encountered this again tonight. I'm logging to Facebook, I'm scrolling through my feed. I see this guy who I often disagree with because his logic is just so flawed, like oversimplified nonsense, fairy tale bullshit. He's complaining about how one of his apparently high school teachers or middle school teachers, I think it was a high school teacher, blocked him on Facebook. And he's saying that how he was trying to school this female teacher about how she's promoting hate speech. And it's like, okay, so here's an analogy. You know, somebody runs over your wife and kids and they get out of the car and they're like, I'm so sorry, man, I was drunk. It's so hard to drive cars when you're drunk. Yeah. It's like, dude, drunk driving is illegal. So is drunk driving manslaughter. You just killed my family. We create laws to prevent people from doing behaviors which the rest of us hate, okay? Oh man, I'm so sorry. It was like a big rugby game tonight and we won and we were all out with all the guys and I'm really sorry. Or it was a really big rugby game and we lost and I just got drunk with the guys and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it, dude. Don't hate me. I didn't mean it. So what, I'm not allowed to tell a fucking story about how I fucking hate the guy who just killed my wife and kids? So everything's relative, you know. Our country, none of us want to exist in a third world country. This country doesn't just magically exist in first world state because everybody just sits at home and does nothing. People have to be doing something, okay? And so the more that we're sitting around debating bullshit all day long with people who don't understand that hate speech is freedom of speech and that step one of the problem solving process is hate speech. For instance, let's take it back to cars for a second. I love the Lamborghini. I love how fast it goes around the ring. The Performante, fantastic. I hate the fact that it doesn't have more luggage space. That makes it an impractical car for me to daily drive. I love the Ferraris. Same thing. I love the McLaren. Same thing. Lack of trunk space makes it impractical. Porsche and Corvette solved the problem. Did they solve the problem by ignoring the problem? Did they solve the problem by saying, there's no problem? We love that there's no trunk space. We have no problem with there not being trunk space. No, they said people hate this aspect of the car, that it doesn't have a trunk, and we're going to be different. We're going to make sure that we have a trunk, and then we're going to see if we sell more of these than Lamborghini and Ferrari and McLaren. We're going to see if we make more money per year by putting a trunk on a car instead of no trunk. And sure enough, they make more money, don't they? They sell more cars, okay? But the point is, maybe they don't always make more money, but you hear what I'm saying. The Porsche and Corvette are the big sellers because they're more practical, because that's a world of trade-offs. So how did that drunk driver law come into existence that you're not allowed to drink and drive? It's because people, like so the first guy kills a wife and kids when cars are first invented, and he goes to court, and it's being decided, is this murder? Is it manslaughter? Like what just happened here? And what they do is, people talk about the fact that they hate what happened and they hate when people do what he did. And therefore we're going to create laws that try to prevent it. And we instruct the kids, do not forget not to drink and drive. Do not forget not to drink and drive. Okay. So middle school, high school, elementary school, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. And then what do you have? You have dumb fucks who just think that they're exempt and that they're going to be this magical, great driver. And they go out, they drink and drive and they end up killing people. It happens every fucking day, right? So the point is, we have to talk about what we hate so that we can create laws that try to prevent the things that we hate, okay? So now, let's say that guy gets to the courtroom and he says, Your Honor, it's our culture. I'm part of a rugby team, and for the last 200 years, our rugby team and all our ancestors that were part of this rugby team, we go to the bar and get wasted, whether we win or whether we lose. We go to the bar, we get wasted. And then we go home and see our families. Well, sir, cars didn't used to exist, okay? Or even with horse and buggies, your culture has always been a problem, okay? The point is, just because it's your culture doesn't mean that it's acceptable. And here's where things get really muddy in a hurry. Because in America, you have freedom of religion. But the problem is we still have laws. and when the freedom of religion and the laws, so we have all these people, they're trying to be programmed with don't hate, don't hate, don't hate. You have to hate what you hate. You have to explain what it is you hate. The key is you don't resort to violence. So anyway, I know this is like beating a dead horse because I already made an episode about this a couple weeks ago, but I'm sitting here reading a business owner, a Corvette business owner. I'm not going to say his name. I'm sitting here reading a Corvette business owner complaining and trying to act like he's more noble than his high school teacher or middle school teacher, whatever it was, who lost patience for his endless illogical debates. And I'm just going to be real with you guys. I've lost patience with the guy also. Like I genuinely, and I'm not trying to say this, I'm not trying to just throw an empty insult around. The only people who I've met who are so hard to reach and avoid logic and avoid understanding their mental flaw, they're on substances, whether it's prescription pills, whether it's on steroids, whatever it is, Adderall, they're on something every fucking time. Painkillers, they're on something. They're not sober. Okay, it's very simple. Because then when they sober up, they're like, oh man, I was so stupid. I'm smarter than that. I know you're smarter than that. You're tuning cars, you're doing things, but you're not understanding freedom of speech is hate speech. It's one and the same. You have to be able to explain what you hate to explain why you hate it versus what you love. It's very simple. You don't have your wife and kids get ran over by a dude and then say, oh, you're right, I love you now because they're gone, so I love you. No, you hate the dude because he took away what you love. It's real simple, guys. So I wasted time explaining this to this guy, and he explained in his post that his teacher is a huge hypocrite or something because she blocked him, and that everybody needs to have a right to an opinion. And when I put my opinion below his post, using the dog shit for dinner analogy, he deletes my posts. And he says that I'm crazy. But luckily, I screenshotted it like at light speed as soon as I posted it because I knew he was going to delete it in seconds. He deleted it in seconds, man. It was gone. Because I went to try to edit a typo and it was gone. So anyway, and then I put up the screenshots of what I put up and he deleted those. So then I took it over to my Facebook page and I put up a post about it and put it up. So there's only so many hours in a day, and I'm more annoyed with this video than you are. I'm annoyed that I even have to have this conversation, that I'm on a planet with learning disabled people who don't understand that what makes the United States great and why we solve problems so fast is because we're allowed to talk about what we hate and solve the problem. Other cultures, no, you don't talk about that. That's disrespectful. That's blasphemy. You don't say that you hate the Ferrari. You don't say that you, and you're saying, oh, that's a bad analogy, but it can be taken to anything, guys. We're honest about what it is that we hate and we solve the problem. We discuss what the solution is. And when a person can't even understand that hate speech is freedom of speech, and he's going to go school his teachers why they need to abolish the freedom of speech instead of accept the fact that violence is a result of people who can't refrain from becoming violent. Hate speech is fine. Illegal violence is a problem. And instead of these people saying people who resort to illegal violence are the problem, they're all, it's his fault. He provoked me into becoming violent. They provoked me into becoming violent. You became violent. See ya.